Right, DRG versus Trace. Trace win this. They pretty much make playoffs. And for DRG, slower start, I think, with how this stage has gone, but they've kind of worked out a lot. Both teams running the same comps, I think. We saw DRG messing around a little bit with Harbor, but moved away from it. And Nick is just like, yeah, you're not coming in today. Nice IGL 3K.
是的，最后一人 YOU 一个人，虽然说爆能器在自己的身上，他能够去转点。
Yeah, Nick and Hebe might be.
对手能够去拆分打是一个很大的问题。
Like when I talk about with like Yoman not being at JDG, and I said that there's like ample good IGLs in China, these would be the first two that would come in like to fore that aren't on like that aren't Berlin, that aren't Haodong. Like Nick for me is always past the eye test, and then Hebe is just. I really like Hebe's calling. He nicked the round, of course. Very punny.
给到 Vakasu 这样的瞄准，一个
All right, let's see. Let's just see what Nick actually just annihilated Trace with.
马路中间的一个直架，完成了3杀之后啊，也是被
What's the quality of matches for China like compared to other regions? It is very, very like turbulent. I think most of the time it's pretty clean, but there's some rounds that are just absolutely horrendous. You can say that the way that Trace played that wasn't necessarily that great either. These guys just run it down. DRG, I can't remember what they were saying in the interview. It was like a 9-minute interview that got translated by Jun Tuki. Like DRG are like, we're the kind of team that is not afraid to take fights. We're gonna want to like duel you and take space, but very, I guess, focused on what space they're taking. Good morning, Bayer. How was the cast yesterday?
毕竟现在整个 T 没有人起到护甲的情况。 都是5把标配，技能都起。
I also do like this Viper wall too. I don't know if it was DRG that was doing it last week that I said it then. I was like, huh, I like this wall, or whether somebody else has been doing it.
下一分对手的蟒侠，你整个轻甲是很难操作的。没错。还在等时间，消耗对手的耐心来最后一波。
I was freaking out at some points, but Pansy carried.
手里的技能也好，枪也好来说，他们没有太多
Yeah, I mean,
拉扯的资本。哦，这个蛇纹给到一个死点位。
I couldn't tell if you were like freaking out ever really. Like the good thing about Pansy is like she sort of like she is just gonna like I can like give you the space to talk, but I can take it and ask you the right questions. I feel like you could put like any analyst or caster with her and she'd just not carry them, but like make sure that they're as comfortable as possible.
关键这个爆能器要拆的话，其实还是有一些风险的。防守方第2季是没有烟雾的存在。Vakasu 最后一个赛博囚笼也已经是丢过了。我们要看一下。
That shot was kind of nasty though. Yep, welcome to China.
瞄头，这一下没甩到，但是脸上可能已经是。
Good flash. Good peek. Go on, Vu. Do it for Europe. Nice. That's still like good damage done.
按照应该是拆除完了这个爆能器。是的。先拆一半，把枪换一下，匀一下枪。对于 T 来说还可以了。 是下了看一下经济啊，是下了对手2把枪。对。
When was the last time that you casted in English before this? Oh yeah, really nice shots from YOU.
而且 Nick 这个反应也很快。今天整个第2季进入比赛状态。
Is Clove also available for China? Has anybody played him yet? Nobody's played him yet. Yeah, it's available. Yeah, I was gonna say, was it with Harry? Was it that fucking? Oh, I can't remember who was playing. It was like one of Harry's first casts, and it was a super close series. There was a load of tech pauses, and Harry's like, "Is it always like this?" And you're like, "No." Had to have been some open quality game changers caster stream 2 years ago. On Breeze, yeah, of all maps.
相对来说安全一点，所以第2季正好是拿捏住了你想吃球这个心态。A 点进行了一波前压，想跟你正面去打一波小团战。超残了。 Luke 的运气也不太好啊，路过一下就成为了一个残血。
What's the plan for Trace here? I haven't really pressured or pushed anything anywhere so far.
可能是现在 T1 的心头所想的事情。
Yeah, I think probably what was before. Yeah, probably you and Mitch casting some game changers. Because you did a lot of the finals like in 2022, right? Gets a kill, gets traded. I mean, it's a 3 versus 4 still. Xion, unlucky. Fengfeng's down though. You still haven't played, but you've got plenty of time to like work with. Lao King's in a great position. Him even just being on that angle, like the wall is even better, just to deny him that information that somebody's flanking, because there's no trip now. So they clear one, and just seeing one should be enough of a giveaway of like, okay, maybe the other one's rotated across. Why are you clears up? Kind of had to, otherwise that could have got really bad.
对，非常的漂亮。首先，我觉得他们也是抓到了对手。如果知道 A 大是有半线的一个情况下，其实第一时间的话，B 大有半线的情况下，第一时间其实不太好过的，所以选择了一个中。
Has anybody actually done like the, you know, on the cast done 5 chances or whatever? And Sliggy's probably been there, been like, "Oi, that's my job." I don't know why he sounds like that. They're owning him, chat. Needs to be more like Nathan. They're owning him, chat.
而今天的整个 TE 在 YOU 拿到一个4杀，帮队伍稳住了长江分之后，不知道状态能不能有所回暖啊？从进入状态的节奏来看，DRG 明显有备而来。
对。
Yeah, I feel like Pansy any moment. You know that meme with the guy that's like holding his breath and he's got like veins popping in his head? That's Pansy not wanting to reference Sliggy's watch parties.
DRG 整体的状态回暖还是不错的，从对枪胜率来说也是比较高的。
是的。
Oh yeah, tech pause as well.
TE 要想想这个进攻方在对手有0的一
Is
个。
China the only region where the coach is out sent to a dungeon? Seems like it.
一个点位去进攻。
But I wonder what they're gonna do, like, because Shanghai is going to be here, like Master Shanghai, at least the start of the tournament. Whether it's group, Swiss, I don't know what it is format-wise. But up until the last 3 days, it's going to be at this arena, I'm pretty sure. So I wonder if we're going to have coaches sat behind them or not.
影响对手的频率还是比较低的。是。看一下，等一会儿下一个回合，其实他黑贝是有终极技能了，神鬼不绝确实是一个在这张地图上非常强势的大招。
They had like for. China in comparison to other regions, there hasn't been that many tech pauses. I think there was one. I think there was like maybe 2, but there was one main one at kickoff. And it was literally because one of the smoke machines caught fire. Like they sat there in the timeout, you know, the players are just sort of like sat there like this. And then you just see firemen run past them in the background. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Is this normal?
TE 来说的话，微风岛屿他们这张地图进攻方其实还蛮高的，有62，因为他们是夜路加上解封的一套体系嘛。对，所以。
Is there a clip for that? I haven't got one handy, but there was like people in like the full suits, like stood behind the players, and you're like, what? What am I missing? All right, whilst this is going on, there is a clip of this.
好，那我们这个选手的情况也已经是准备就绪，即将回到比赛当中。从比赛的角度来看，我觉得这一分 TE 是要去把现在这个神鬼不绝黑背的终极技能去运用一下，而对于DRG来说要防着这一手，所以 Luke 是端出了自己在这场比赛的第一把明狙啊。
这一把明狙目前架设的位置是在 A， 但是进攻方的 TE 好像
That's the most offensive thing that you could probably say.
不要打个 combo 啊，就是其实夜路和猎枭，对吧？是其实可以搞一个 combo 组合的。
神鬼不绝用来卡人找人。
我给了个雷击剑，好像是把半仙给电掉了。不如神鬼不绝，黑背直接来。他走的是
very petty.
小，然后转 B 的，先把外场看清晰，然后再去搜点后。
看到了2个人。
Oh, the Hunter's Fury, the whole shoot me, shoot me.
这一下黑背180度的转身。
Actually working though. It's one of those ones. It's like it makes sense. It looks great when it works, but more often than not, it just goes horribly wrong. So the fact that it worked as cleanly as it did. Also, this is the minor thing. So like we've just had like what a 3-4 minute tech pause. None of the players are allowed to talk to each other. No timeout, and they come straight into this round and they manage to combo that perfectly. Oh, and they're still gonna win.
整个团队帮他兜住了这一回合。
尼克和 TZH 的这一波回防，我觉得最关键的一个点就是 TZH 把绕后的人员在中路给打掉了。
对 ，Looking 他想看，他选择了一个直架，这是一个非常。
How did he miss that?
再来看一下这个。
He's trying to like crouch, shift, walk into it.
打出伤害，并且还能混淆对方的视线。
So DRG caught 2 players in mid after they had planted.
很可惜啊，这一分对于 TE 来说，
Like,
虽然说进攻方的黑背是撕破
I didn't mean
对
to.
手的防线啊。
但后手没稳住啊，还是在中路的。
Sorry, I surprised myself with how accurate that was.
那现在这样的情况之下，DRG 是稳住了这把明车啊，但是 Luke 这一分他知道明车是队友给他捡的，所以他把自己的钱给队友罚枪了，所以他现在是。
As a 3 versus 5, it was.
这可能是一点隐患。
没有钱。 先控一下中路，可以看到 DRG 防守方的一个站位还是比较保守的。知道你是 ECO 的情况下，近点是不太喜欢去跟你对枪的。
即便被你远距离摘了，那我也
枪也捡不到。
对，
你不能捡到我的长枪。这一局其实狙到了，这是一个传。
The man couldn't aim piss into a bucket at this rate. Come on, Luke.
但现在这个节奏降下来，对于 TE 来说，他是不希望看到的。 他是希望对手过来找他，然后他用人数跟对方。
Same wall here, but I'm like, is the poison cloud here?
把长枪给到了小开啊，
感觉要中夹 A 了。
对，会有点大，两个人的位置是名牌，再给一颗。
Oh, it did tag him.
夜路的假身我照拒不误。虽然这个碎片一出被弹回来了，不过闪期。
Xion pushes mid.
直接是收掉了对手。
I mean, this is pretty much like Trace sort of trying to play around the map, and then at a point, DRG just peek mid and they get one.
没什么问题，看到了一个小辫儿。
赛博囚笼直接开起来掩护自己，换一个位置啊！能看得到，哎，听到了对方。
Oh, he's following it.
传送信标，
敢传吗？
要接吗？要接吗？
不太敢传，因为这个寻地箭被打了。
现在最难受的是夜路没有假身。
He's nesting on it like an egg, and it's not hatched.
对。
给了一颗蛇吻，左右都有人，双架。上期的血量比较惨，但是。
Oh man, how have they managed to open up the doorway here? Have they found Hebe again in mid, or was he just in this choke? Got a plant. The KO knife's not going to stop him. There's 2 flashes, 3 versus 2. 1 flanking, operator holding. They know that, like, Trace, 2 versus 3. They need to go and push and try and make a play in a fight, but it actually backfires massively. TZH has managed to sneak up, so how well is Kai going to do his 5 HP? He's 5 HP versus the op. Oh my god! For some reason I thought he's still in the op. It's like a fucking horror scene.
这个1v1稳稳拿下，也是有惊无险的顶住了对方这一分的存钱分。
是的，非常的漂亮。现在目前的比分是4比1的开局，看到 Luke 笑的也是很开心啊。
对。
Some of these rounds very close. Where did Hebe start in mid again?
其实我觉得
That's again 2 rounds twice that DRG have just found like a mid lurk.
凶悍的，而且也能够去造成一些有效的击杀。
Like either send the Cypher or send the Euro.
是的。
Please not both. Do you speak understand Chinese? No. I don't have a joke or anything. No.
这一分的话 ，DRG 手里有非常多的大招。
I can say happy birthday.
这个通道看看峰峰有没有哎，好像是看到了一点。
他应该是去尝试狙一下对。
Wait, no, I don't think I can anymore.
中路来了，中路来了，强行过着回蛇的障云。来到了中路双向门，
但是这个明狙很灵活哦。
哦，明狙在加中路，而且 A 大有自己的队友展开的魁父，所以他已经是高枕无忧。
Yeah, I feel like I set myself up
要偏显出吧这个位置。
管道有半线，所以不用担心。攻其不备，再来这一局。
Oh man, did he leg him again or did he just miss? He just missed. And he dies. How are they going to plant this?
这个波纹上，但是2楼回防的 Nick 先顶住了对方的风。
Alright, Hebe clears him. This is still a little bit odd. I do like putting Lao King here though.
回防先把近点的一些威胁清掉。
但这个地方感觉有点慢性死亡，对方要开小型无人机找他。碎石区的位置。
Neural theft is used on DRG side. Hunter's Fury is used too. Don't lose this again, Trace. TZH is just screaming, just dodging everything. Recon's really nice. There's 2 players on the plant. Have you got a snake bite at all? No, Lao King has nothing. The shock dart could be marvelous here. Oh my god. Kai is somehow still just alive. And he manages to turn around. My god, this map is so hard to follow.
可以说真真切切的帮 T1 稳下来了一下，目前非常不利的局面。
是的，其实第一时间的话也是看到了 DRG 在 A 大开了一个魁父。
It's an entertaining region, that's for sure. But man, it tests your ability to watch fast Valorant.
就哪怕这个 A 大位置让给你了，但是我 A 大永远留着一个钉子在等着你。
是，并且。刚才有一个非常尴尬的脱节，就是 DRG 第一时间没有人帮忙打。
So that's Viper's Pit, that's Hunter's Fury and Neural Theft used from DRG. Big ultimates and the forced onto an eco. So yeah, really good round from Trace. By hook or by crook, they got it.
驾驭了巨刃 而 Nick 手里也有自己的终极技能无效命令，但这个终极技能其实充能好很久了。
You see what I mean? Like the last series was just like, you know, Icebox especially, very one-sided. This is like high-octane, white-knuckle Valorant right there.
我看一下中路的话，背身是已经来了，
绕了，
但是有半线，
能过半线的。
对，他能，哎，看一下他有没有 Q 啊？有的，
有 Q 的，但是他听到了战术监控的声音，他过半线的声音会非常大。
主要是2楼
If
是
he
有人的，
updrafts, it's gonna get
他
heard.
Q 的话2楼
At this point, no.
看一下2楼管
Just all about timing.
2个人都叠在了一起。
等待时机。现在 Luke 在等自己队友在正面的动静，没有任何的发现。
How is this gonna go?
他不太敢飞，等正面打起来他再飞。
Vukashi's gone down, which means that the trips. Oh no, Fung's watching it.
直接清剿完了DRG的选手。
I was gonna say I saw the Jet move up.
现在比较有优
Who do you support for in this series? Trace.
这分主要还是
But I love both these teams.
经济嘛，这个
Although more specifically, I love Vukashu.
大的优势，而且 T 打的还算是比较谨
Did
慎。
he hit the trip or did he jump over it?
其实比较担心对方
I'll break it.
比较轻松，
对，
不需要付出什么代价。而这一分就是 TE 直接强行进到点里，把包安了之后，在远距离架着，你回防根本没有角度去来到包点附近。
对。哦，看到 Nick 的击杀已经是来到了双位
Yeah,
数。
Kai's really good. I mean, the whole team from Trace can hit
还在等
shots.
待时机。而现在在防守
Jumps
中
but missed, okay.
非常依赖 Luke 这把明狙的。
You know, replay view would be nice for stuff like that.
神鬼不觉。
Alright, so there's a player in piss. At least that's what I call it
第
here.
二个直接拉提前上去这个位置，竟然还反杀了对手。
Recon clears him, gets traded. YU's not losing those kind of aim duels.
密集了，整个 DRG 的选手没有什么容身之所。
Maybe he's ready to go with a flash in a second. Well, I like that he's just waiting for the plan.
对，2个闪。
You got the flank going all the way around from Luke. Because Fung's dead, there's no trips. So Lauking needs to be a little bit more aware, and luckily he is. And then, yeah, it's just a flash peek. Ready to go now. And then gets another one to push afterwards. Do like the sort of double flash hot tempo stuff.
可以直接宝枪了。
Kind of reminds me of how Crew used to play Sky way back when.
其实明狙在防守方
Like so many teams would, you know, use a flash, save it, use a flash.
境界就是这样。 去打一波提速，但是不在明
I think it
狙
was Shy.
会很痛苦。
Shy or King that would just be like flash flash.
零在 B 区防守的体系啊，我感觉Vukashu现在打得非常难受。
对，
他基本没有什么正面公平对枪。
Do you think FPX will win over EDG tomorrow with the role swaps now? It's definitely one of those series you can see EDG losing.
英雄他其实正面第一时间是不太好去站。
I think it'll be close.
哪怕你是有半线的一个情况下。
Like you just hope for some clean Valorant and not some, you know, like Breeze when these teams played in the grand final.
半线还很容易被对方要先垫一下，真的很难去通过自己的技能来去拖延，所以每次 T1 进攻 B 点的节奏都非常的快。
Yeah, he just ran in.
DRG 赶快叫一个战术暂停，来去调整一下 B 区的防守策略。我觉得整个 A 区其实没有什么太多能够去变。
Oh, LT's back.
压雨、放点或者是在点内接，它只有3种防守。
So Yuchin is the head coach and LT's like the assistant coach now.
DRG 的
That's cool.
非常薄弱的环节，因为Vukashu 的技能他帮不到自己来去对枪。
His LT wasn't there last week.
对方进点的速度。
Maybe Val Analysis is still there. Who knows? Maybe there's a chance that our homie's still there.
越过半线的有比较强的一个位移嘛，所以第一时间的话不太好去阻挡。而且 T 其实他的进攻方也抓到了对手的薄弱点，就是
Yeah, FPX versus EDG's tomorrow.
他一定在，所以也是选择到了他们比较薄弱的一个防守。
VLR says LT is head coach. I don't think that's true.
因为这2名防守英雄
why you walked out with the team, and it's why you're mostly talking in the timeouts. I think he was the head coach. I think they've swapped it recently. I asked Vu about it, but I didn't get an answer. Will DRG qualify if they win today? Not mathematically confirmed, but it would be very likely. Yeah, because VLR is like, there's no API, there's no general information to work with. I think for stuff like that, usually Liquipedia is more accurate. Because they have like dedicated, like China journalists, like moderators, helpers, I guess.
很细啊，但我觉得这个没必要去挑衅这把明驹，知道你明驹的价点。
But I don't blame VLR for being behind on it because it's like for me to get answers about stuff from like my POV with Riot and stuff, it's very difficult.
他又没什么经济嘛，就一个半线。
现在 TE 这波处理，
第二个半线是放在 A2 楼的。
TE 这个处理还是蛮细的，就他只让 Locking 一个人被对方的消息无人机看，因为 Locking 本来就是打边线的嘛。来了，雷击剑
电掉了。
然后半线也打掉。
The execute's coming in. It has missed where Vukashu is. Vukashu's got one with the Sheriff. He's still there. You've got the Silver there. The Neural Theft is gonna also show what it is. Hunter's Fury is used on the attack. Fights have been won out by Trace, but it's still very uncomfortable. There we go. Oh, Luke. I think save the up, Luke. Why would you kind of go in and get more with the up, Luke?
是的，可以看到 T 他进攻方渗透这个包点的位置很深啊，基本上是每个点位都站下来了，所以防守方的 DRG 其实没有任何回防的角度。
I think, yeah, seeing Alex slam a desk behind the players is probably a little bit off-putting.
对，
但是因为枪械的原因啊，本来Vukashu是有一个机会打背。
He committed off the first shot, Loki hard to get out of.
转身给秒掉了，小开的反应也非常的快。
Yeah.
Luke 也很难受，
主要是这个明驹你找不到突破口，就一直在回防，
对，
所以导致现在自己的手感也比较凉。
没有什么发挥的。
I think it's more of a thing to bear in mind because the rest of your team is like on an eco anyway. So if you're playing up, you're playing in a way that you're almost like half saving anyway. So to be in the first place, I think is the problem. That's where the mistake is. But yeah, getting out of it, you're right, is hard. But I don't think he should have been going into it in the first place anyway. So he only got one kill.
爆能器已经安装，但这个爆能器其实没有覆盖。
指甲，非常漂亮，是击杀掉了峰峰。
对，这个魁父是没有覆盖到爆能器的，所以这个回防，所有人可能都要被压缩在魁父之内。T1反而是成为了被对方围剿的局面。
是的，
无效命令启动，现在路克。
It's an interesting wall and an interesting plan. I actually really like this from Trace. I swear every time I'm like, oh, this is good from this team, the other team just wins.
这一分众志成城的 DRG 放点回防选择成功。
T virus actually stands for the troll virus. Don't. Because you know that you guys are gonna go take that into Sliggy's chat, you're gonna get banned, and you'll be like, oh, we came up with it. Ryan came up with it.
最关键的一个点位就是 B 大的一个位置是打过了峰峰这个位置，陆克是打掉了峰峰。
Like I'm not gonna say that like saying a player is into or throwing is like bannable. I'll leave it up to Lexi. If you piss Lexi off, she has the right to ban you out. I'll give her that power, but I say the teams are throwing and trolling all the time. So that's my problem. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna sip my chai and chill.
目前5比5。
中路前压了，中路一波非常贵，但是看到了。
陆克担心 B 小有人在打他的侧身，虽然有保镖，但是万一自己提前被收掉，也没队友也没有什么太大的办法。
对。
Hello, what did I do? I'm saying that like I don't really care if people say that like players are trolling or inting, but you have always got my permission to ban whoever you want and time out whoever you want. You're my litmus test of like, if Lexi doesn't like it, then that's probably a good line to draw in the sand. Oh my god, Luke. Vukashu. Why am I gaslighting myself into like, Luke, you're so good. He's like, didn't even do anything.
是的。其实我开始当时那个位置是一个腹背受敌的状
态 ，Freudian slip as well. I'm like, Luke.
隔断了 A 大的枪线，后面是有队友帮忙补了一枪，让他站住了整个 A 包点。
对，这波黄香 T 清的是非常坚决和非常快的，你可以看到。Vukashu 在跟点后的人对枪的时候，这种各种弹道都在不停的传。
You just want Luke to do well. I do.
用自己超强的个人能力兜住了正面的对枪。
Is 5 enough T side with this comp good enough?
因为有巨刃嘛，所以起明驹。
I think so. I think it puts a lot of pressure on like the pistol. It depends how they want to play on defense. If they're gonna fight for this a little bit more. They've been committing hard into like playing mid more than most teams would. But I also think Trace, it's weird because I feel like so many of these rounds of DRG have won. Trace have got the first kill.
2楼是有一个
Like that last round. Oh my god.
巨刃加狙啊，这是每一个截锋。
Good, that was like 2x speed that peak.
非常喜欢的一个组合。这边假身直接被打，黑贝在2楼管道也很尴尬，后面有半线他过不去，放信标过半线又太危险了。
他这里就是吸引一下DRG 的一个注意。
Congrats on a good viewership. Is that regular now? No. Like probably a tenth of this usually. It's because Sliggy's not streaming China today. But yeah, usually we're sitting about 80 to 100, I think, on average. I think it's a little bit like less for China when like people like Shanks or Su might be watching, but like that's fine. Like this is more of like a hobbyist thing for me because like, you know, Polaris is kind of paying the bills to an extent, so I've got work, and then in the meantime following China, because it's just a lot of fun. Like I want to watch Party more. I obviously would love to do like an English broadcast for China if the opportunity came up, but it's nice to like focus and learn on a new region that is just this off its tits constantly. This is my point exactly. My point exactly. You couldn't get that anywhere else.
8发打3个，没有容错率。
3加的枪线很难想要去拆分，哇，
没有机会。那在最后落。
Shanks says young boy energy. I will pretend to know what that means.
翻到了6比6平，双方是处在了一个平分秋色的阶段。
其实这一份的话，小开前面。
Yeah, I think it was just one of those like panic moments where you tried to dash and you just naturally dash forward.
其实 A 大第一前是有。
But it's more that I said he dashes into the trip as well, which makes it worse.
就围绕这个爆能器去打。
对。没有必要去。
I wish we had like player cams for Vukashi then, because I swear he probably would go, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like it's an actual jump scare.
也有一些运气成分在里面。刚才这个预瞄点啊 ，Looking 还是瞄得非常准的。正好把对方烟内的 TH 给混掉了。而现在上半场6比6，我们刚刚其实说到了，我觉得从进攻方的角度来说 ，T 在拿到了夜路和截锋双。
That's actually a good dance up until this stopped.
来说，他们其实是不太能够去满意的。
对。
Like, oh, we need this so badly for the other regions. Like Kakuka, if you're still here, like just take this for EMEA. Even if you just point it at Tom for all of them. Like Tom's there, like in the break room eating a ham sandwich, and you're making him do this. It'd be content. I'd love that. Which countries is Polaris comprised of? So the UK, Ireland, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Norway, Iceland, and Malta. Malta's my favorite Northern European country. I can't forget Malta. Malta's just too funny not to include. Any chance of you being on the EMEA broadcast? I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like it's done, and I don't really have much of an idea on why things haven't like worked out that way. But I think at this point I've kind of just like accepted like I'm not owed an explanation and I'm not owed an opportunity, so it's a bit like, all right, if it's done, it's done.
对，因为要知道有零的一个情况下，加上像对手有猎枭。
And like I'm all right. I've got like Polaris. This has been a lot of fun to do. There's always like potential some coaching stuff, like always in the pipeline. It is what it is, pretty much.
好，也是非常感谢现场的观众对于两支队伍的支持。那比赛已经是开始了啊！现在来看一下下半场第二季的。
But like I've also noticed that like Lofar's not done any stage 1 either, so you know it's not just me that it's happening to. Definitely times like I've had people say to me like, "Wow, you really must have pissed somebody off at EMEA for like them not to pick you to do stuff," and I'm like, I don't know, maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but I don't think so. I think it's just that they're prioritizing people that are like local to Berlin that live there now. Which, if they were ever like, you can work EMEA but you'd have to move to Berlin, I'd probably be like, nah, no thank you. Always happy to travel, but I don't think I could live there. Ash famously local to Berlin. Yeah, but I think Ash would move to Berlin if given the opportunity, you know? Like, I think she's there for a couple of weeks.
锁定位置，没有什么太大的机会了。
Feels like they're testing a lot of new people. Yeah. And to be fair, Ash was fucking crazy on the desk. Beta's always great. Steel's amazing on the desk. But I guess my overall, like, if I didn't get the job because I was just not good enough to be doing it, I wish they would just tell me that. Because if I'm like, if they're like, you're shit, we want to get people better, then I kind of know, okay, what I know that I need to improve. Sue too, I mean, Sue's a given. Like, she's the host in Valor. Like, nobody works harder nor cares about the product more than Sue does.
这一番 DRG 的枪械的话是3把獠犬，1把飞将加上1把鬼魅。要等一下这个寻地剑，第一时间，没人打。
Like honestly, like back in early 2022, like doing the desks with like Sue and Bea, even like just like LCQ and stuff that we used to do, like genuinely some of the like funnest best desks, and it was like doing stuff with freaks was difficult enough. But like working with us too. Like, I wouldn't have got the opportunities that I got if it wasn't for either of them. Either from working with me and making me look good, but also, like, advocating for me a lot. Because that's the other side of it as well. Not to get too distracted with this, but, like, for me to get involved with EMEA in the first place was an uphill task. To just get the right notice and the right attention, it took me what felt like a while to, like, actually get an opportunity to do stuff. So the fact that it's gone out like this, part of me is just like, I love doing it as a job, like casting and stuff, but EMEA, trying to prove myself to like people at EMEA to do more or to just be on it, always felt quite difficult. So I think at some point you just need to be a bit like, I want to put my attention and focus elsewhere.
还是比较耐心这一分，在防 T 非常规的一些前压，因为他们在防守方有夜路的情况下，可能会有一些激进的操作，但是这一分还是比较稳。
Yeah, naturally there's just less opportunities right now. The scene went from super open to lots of qualifiers to like 4 leagues around the world.
至少看到了管道。
It's hard for players, yeah. There's not many opportunities there. Less for talent. And also a part of it as well is like, you'll see even like Pansy tweet about like, why would you ever, like, and Monte Cristo said, why would you ever get into casting now when watch partying is just the medium of the future? And for me, the answer is like simple, like, because I fucking enjoy doing casting and stuff anyway. You're not getting past Kai. Never mind. As soon as I said it. As soon as I said it.
但是这个枪好像拼过了，是一个军事的残局。
UK isn't really a street food country in general, no. I mean, Bristol has some nice like food markets and stuff. Still gonna be good for the plant. Shion has to go aggressive. Nice flank. The flight does work. Oh, great reaction as well to go out and get more. Nice DRG. Post-streamer curse, yeah. It's like I had spent the last 3 or 4 rounds watching the game and saying nothing about it because we were talking about various things, and then yeah, this.
正常来说，可能 T 的选手都认为对手这种强劲劣势应该多加一加。
对。
Just the actual confidence for DRG to keep doing this as well.
这一波他主动出击，帮助队伍拿下了一个非常关键的分数和残局。那 T 教练坐不住了，赶快叫一个战术暂停，因为打到目前为止
，This is Destroyer's first time out. Watch parties need more restrictions, like requiring streamers to watch desk segments. I think that's going to get the audience more upset at the death than anything. Like, it is in the like terms and conditions for watch partying that you can't go and like play another game whilst the games are on and you're watch partying them. But I guess that means like you can't, like, I can't load up a TFT in between games or play some World of Warcraft. Definitely like the latter because it's a different publisher and a different game. But like playing connections and whatever is not too bad. Which country am I from? I'm from the UK. I'm from the north of England. Should have to watch the whole broadcast. You do not blame co-streamers. Blame right for not paying their talents enough. Esports winter, like, it's a thing, unfortunately. You want to hit 10k plus streams? It'd be nice, but I think the main thing overall is like, if I'm streaming to what, 500 people here or 50, like, or 5,000, like, this is the region I want to do. Because I could like watch party and stuff for EMA, but it doesn't quite like feel the same.
对，而且小开这个雄鹿还赌错点了，来到了 B 点，那这个雄鹿要是打回防，可能会有点难受了。对，关键是
Subway surfers on the bottom. That's how we get them.
应该会变节奏啊。对。
I'm gonna dress as Brimstone and just like set up the TikTok thing. Every time you give roses, Molly, thanks for the roses. That's actually quite a good impression. I'm impressed with myself. Ice cream so good. You know, shit like that.
对于 TE 来说，这真的是一个非常不好的消息。雄鹿要打回防。
Oh man。
这个爆能器还是给到 A 大 ，A 大虽然有2个人的反绕，但是有半线第一时间是能够侦查到 TZH 还在断后。
对，而且 TZH 这个角度。
It's like 10,000 sub goal.
对，2个人可以形成一个双。
Loudking's trying to flank all the way around.
难于登天。
哇。
They found Hebe. I feel like every round that I've been watching from Trace, they are all so spread out. On attack and defense, this team is just stretching themselves way too thin. Here they're like on a low buy anyway, but it's just the fact that like look at where the blue X's are on the map. Just how separated they all are.
哎呦，还被照了，
还被发现了，关键他躲在木板后可能会被穿。垃圾道已经吓人了，
收一个，
哎，有倒霉蛋。
有人想要再抓吗？
小开在操作
，5发子弹。
Oh man, he was trying to fight 2 angles at once.
2个方向都在给他露脚步。 这一分，我觉得损失陆克1名选手保下了4把枪，并且很轻松。
Are you a fan of football? A little bit.
对。这一分其实前期的话 ，T 是把整个 A 包点前点的位置全部放空了。
对。
2个人想要去绕后。
Like I'm a Hull City fan, but I haven't really followed them that much. I saw them when they played at Bristol, like before Christmas.
开也是知道现在这个情况必须要起局了，正常的防守已经守不住了。
Kai's got the up. Wow, it's just been all DRG. DRG's revival on this map has been superb. Because this was an awful map for DRG, but over the last couple of weeks, they've got really, really good on it. I don't think Trace are making it very easy for them. How many ages before they introduced pick bans? Like 50? Like 75 plus, I think.
但是这一分的话，可以看到 DRG 知道有明具的情况下，要选择中夹 A 了。这个独木要
Loudking's pushing this.
2个人很有可能要移。
I think it's less about the amount of agents and more like if for you to add a system that's going to completely change the game, you have to be very comfortable that it's going to work.
有点慢，但是一换这边应该是打了一个2换2。A 点现在还是非常混乱的一个阶段，但是 A 打进来了，
Like we all saw what Hero Bans did to Overwatch. Like like that was people will say like goats and stuff, but I think that was the killing blow. Oh, Mickey done it again! Like Kai, hello?
连续的拿分让 DRG 已经是取得了一个非常大的比分优势。
I was like, was it Kai? Was it Luke that did it last time?
他们现在经济已经是积攒的非常多了。
这个半线确实角度很诡异。
对。
虽然洛 King 他很有点子，他找到了一个非常好的 timing， 但是双拳难敌4手啊，他只有1个人。哦，你可是这样反杀的风风。
他这个反应也太快了吧！
而且他好像刚刚被打头。
Oversaturation is a problem with LoL.
他枪线都歪了。
3滴血，
It was Kai. Yeah, it was Kai twice. That's what I was thinking.
11比6，在数据非常差的。
Feels like you can have agent bans or map bans, not both. Imagine no, none of either.
没错。
Just prepping like 14 maps and 75
其
agents.
实能够感觉到 DRG 他们的补强效率和技能的铺设，我觉得做的还是比较立体的。
You don't need to pull up the receipts on Tarek for missing ads.
只需要用这一招 ，T 现在接不住。
就是他们打的也不是说特别的复杂，就是中甲。
I think the one thing that I'd like
打 A 大
want to add,
他们技能的铺设加上
I think have a pick phase, no bans, but just a pick phase. But like it's cascading agent select. You know, like how America shows the agents one at a time. Do that, but in an actual like agent. Like I thought they were adding cascading agents like into Valorant to stop people from insta locking. So you know, like team A. Like picks first, they pick, so you can see what kind of comps they're building, and I think naturally that might give you more freedom to like change up your comp slightly, knowing what you're about to run into. But honestly, as time has gone on, I've been more and more content to not have agent bans.
但是3标过去，逐风也没了，
只有2标了，现在
容错率极低。
但是现在第2季能够感觉我一点都不急，你中路空了3标，我也。
And let's face it, by the time to get to like 75 agents, where an agent pick ban phase is going to come in, we're all going to be dead. It's going to be like 2099.
是电臂的半线。
Because they are releasing less and less agents each year, it feels like.
哇，这个站位我感觉 Locking 会非常的危险啊，因为2个队友其实都是比较靠后的一个防守。
I don't know how Sliggy does it, where he's having like people are asking him full-blown conversations and he's just trying to watch the game without just ignoring people. Sliggy's like, this is a really interesting round. What do you guys think? And he looks up and it's like, when was the last time that you shit yourself, Sliggy? What's the meaning of life, Sliggy? Sliggy! Just Sliggy question mark. And he's like, what? I can't imagine it.
做了一波非常重要的反清，但是立刻被2楼渗透的沃卡鼠抓背身了。
And Planet, he doesn't ignore people. Oh, he ignores me plenty. Can I 1v2? Otherwise, it's match point for DRG. This crossfire, though, is just too... Okay, yeah. Way too set up for DRG.
黑北虽然说回防方式极限打到了2个，但是我看手2楼瞬间把这个局势给扭转过来了。哇
The timing worked out really well for Hebe there. He still finds 2. There's been so many instances here where Trace have lost rounds where they've had player advantages in them. Even if it's just for like 10, 15 seconds. This is map 1.
直接步入神鬼不觉，这么快吗？
找2个，
但是只发现2个人好像不解渴哦，还想。
What is the meaning of life? Good luck, have fun.
但是他好像没办法出来啊，他只能踢回去。
小开送出来打一个。
All right, nice. Sorry. 6 chances. Hello. Looking like 5 chances. What a response. Still a way to go, but that's a good way to start it.
这一分的敲门砖吸引了对方进攻方第2季太多人的注意力，反而B场碾压的后续的2人。
Fengfeng's 4 and 16.
对，他这个神鬼不绝就是给小开当一个引路人，找了一下进攻方的一些站位，配合自己的攻其不备打了一个小 combo。
对，而他这个攻其不备是完全影响不到自己的队友的。
对，
所以自己队友压得很快，也很放心。
中路和 B 大的一个前压拿到了一个非常好的效果。
I just think that putting him on the Sentinel here doesn't make much sense.
他现在只度过了1个盘点 ，T 现在是没有任何容错的在这张地图上。但从终极技能的角度来说，对他们来说是个好消息，因为 YOU 是有自己的终极技能。
Surely the Elder on this.
能够去帮助队伍在回防或者是防止对手近点的时候进行一些拖延的效果。
对。
The defensive was interesting, just to be able to kind of do this. Like having players in these kind of pockets.
现在又差1个点有自己的终极技能，要不要把 B 点的球控了呀？
就现
哦，尼克还差2个点，抱歉。
And just this wall providing two things that the attackers need to cross. It's nice. It's sort of like some of the bind walls that go through hookah. They're just cutting through it, so if you try to go through there, you have to... You get sectioned off. Oh, man. Lau, as well, you're 9 HP. Oh, no, he's dashed away. Luke has actually cleared him, and he also killed Kai. Why, same reaction as the crowd, like, oh, no Fefto. 3v2. Oh my god, Fukashin, Christ. These ego peaks are just demolishing Trace. He has to ace.
时间现在并不是 TE 所能依赖的点 ，YOU 只能是尽可能加快自己搜点的节奏和脚步。两个人在点内 DRG 现在已经拼了，中路在 A 大的人正在架过点，蓄力剑拉出来应该会直接被秒打。
Well, the recon's broken as well. The double peak, so nice. That's such a good map from DRG. I know it's like, you know, Trace of the team. Oh, man, they look super good. Top 3 in the region. But getting stomped like that, that's just masterful from DRG.
DRG 在经过赛后的一些调整，真的做出了非常多的变化。
是的，只有20%胜率的地图 ，DRG 勇于拿了出来，并且
I mean, he's pressing every single. He still dies to the on this Fury afterwards. He is so like just jumping around trying to make sure he doesn't get hit, and he still gets hit anyway.
对，而这样坚决的战术执行也给 DRG 创造了一个非常好的开局。今天在这样的一个生死之战上，他们是取得了暂时性的1比0领先。
Just all of his neurons fired at once, and he pressed every ability to just get out of there. Good grief.